Growing up, I was that kid who searched everything the best way possible. From 200 IQ strats, popular weapons or heroes, the longest combos, efficient throttles and steering angles. I had to be the best, beating all my friends. Only then I will have fun. Or so I thought. I had that tremendous fear of spending all my currencies just so I can buy the best items as soon as possible, so that I can complete the game as soon as possible. But where's the fun in that? I mean, what's the point of playing in the first place if you want to finish it so badly? I was raised by this optimal mindset that actually became a burden to me. Once I settled more and more in life, video games shifted from becoming my pride against my friends to just simply play. And let's be honest, some of us might have full-time jobs, bills, and responsibilities. We don't need more pressure in our free time. We just want to have fun.
Alright, let's have
fun.
And I think it's okay to miss some stuff, to not achieve the best ending as possible, even to spend all my time exploring and collecting nooks and crannies, entering areas we're not supposed to be there yet. You know why? Because games are actually one of the few ways to experiment without having equal consequences. It's a pity to miss such an advantage, and I pity myself for not knowing this any sooner. If you like me who loves stressless adventures, oh boy, I have good news for you. Allow me to introduce a group of mythical creatures called my brothers and sisters. I am very proud to say that single-player games have given me something overstimulated modern kids would not understand. Single-player games don't judge you. They don't shout at you for having a ping more than 1 millisecond, or punish you for not rushing B right after spawn. They just let you be, and that's the whole point. If you really want to feel victory, most of these games still have interactive enemies, since most of the time I won't realize the difference when already engaged in the game. I know some people love more pressure in games. Don't get me wrong, I praise some of those games that handled it well. But constantly living in it might not be the best idea, at least for me. For example, chase sequences in games are fun and engaging. But a whole game full of chase sequences, for me, either I became tired or it just takes away the essence and becomes a routine. Want to postpone a main quest on purpose to see what happens? You can. Sure, take your time. Even if you fail, try again. You're free to do it. Because here's the truth that no one tells you. Messing around is actually meta.
Huh?
This has been proven by my GTA Online playthrough as an example. Jumping from one asset to another, selling stuff, recycling heists. I remember getting super mad and almost cried out loud when someone griefed the world out of me. I asked myself, is that really a fun way to play? Is it worth it though? Though I enjoyed being super productive, I burned out pretty quickly. It's not fun anymore, it's a chore. And turns out I have chores in real life.
Man.
Games are interactive, and that's what makes them different. Sometimes you don't just consume them, you shape them. And when the developers give you a world full of physics, AIs, randomness, it's a virtual playground. Next time, try guns blazing in Hitman, or getting off track in some racing games, or swim to the last island in GTA if you can. What happens next? You struggle, you laugh, you felt free, and you had options. Those moments stick with you way longer than the time you perfectly cleared the dungeon or the fastest ways to earn money. In other times, there are also skill-based games. If you can't help it and still want to enjoy these type of games, don't push yourself too hard. Sure, you still need to learn since these games demand mastery, but just like a step-by-step tutorial on YouTube or your favorite online course platform to fulfill your LinkedIn, learning is best done gradually. Well, I can say that my skills grew while I was actually not playing, since that gave me insight upon when to dash and to parry, and it actually gave me the win. Another interesting finding is that the longest gaming sessions aren't always the most fun. I can play for just, let's say, 10 minutes and I had more enjoyment than a 3-hour session. Man, I wish I could tell myself that as a kid, since back then, I wished to be able to play all day, yet having that luxury a little later, it's not so great. it's also better to stick around with just one video game per session rather than switching for every 3 minutes or so. Lastly, I haven't talked much about multiplayers. I know currently most multiplayers are way too competitive, but hey, there are still ones that allows players to roam and goof around. In the meantime, if you had the chance to get your hands on those games, let go of your ego and just have fun. Defeat your friend, or maybe let them do otherwise. If you guys fail the objective, just let it go and don't sweat it. Trust me, I have been through the grindy side for way too long. It took me a lot of single player experiences just to learn this truth. So the point is, it's not always to beat the game, it's to live in it. Even if that means messing around, getting it all wrong, and failing gloriously. Because at the end of the day, it's not about finishing faster or winning harder. And where we live today,
Just play